Thank you, guys. Fresh off the presses here at Mac Media Day in Detroit, Toledo picked to finish first in the conference in the preseason coaches poll, and it's hard to argue with that. The Rockets returning 63% of their production from a year ago, and that's led by quarterback Tucker Gleason entering his second year as a starter for Toledo, and head coach Jason Kendall sees nothing but projected growth for the senior.
You know, historically, the QBs in our system have always been much better in year two as a starter, and that would, go back to when I was the coordinator before I became the head coach. So I see incremental growth. I see improvement in leadership. I see improvement in, being vocal in times where maybe, it's uncomfortable when you have other guys that are, quote unquote leaders of your team, and just consistent production. Now we got to do a good job of supplementing a run game around him that allows him to play balanced offense like we want to play, and we know how to play. So we got to put a plan around him to go win games and to allow him to be successful so he can be at his best.
I wanted to improve my footwork. That's the huge thing that we've always worked on. Even since the day I got here to now is improving the footwork, because that'll get you in a good throwing position. It'll get you out of trouble. Accuracy, you can always say that, improving the accuracy and just decision making and understanding, defenses. Understanding the defenses, like I said, we're putting a little bit more on our plate, so now we kind of have to see the defense to know, okay, if they're in this, then we need to check into this. So I think that's the biggest spot of improvement that I want to see is the ability to do that.
And if we're looking at just the offensive side of the ball, the Rockets returned 75% of their production from a year ago, and that's only going to get bolstered, bringing in three-time All-MAC wide receiver Trayvon Rudolph through the transfer portal. We'll get a first look at him next week when the Rockets are in Mount Vernon for the start of their summer workouts. But for now, we're here at Ford Field for Mac Media Day. I'm Yaw Bonsu, BCSN, and for more on Bowling Green, we'll send it over to our very own Nicole Weaving. Nicole?